I made the terrible choice of waking up and choosing violence towards my vocal cords. Hello there. We are working on world building for the Osuki 3 speakers. So this video, we're going to be working on like the agriculture, and if we get to it, possibly hunting. Okay. So, I think we should start with the desert settlement first, because I think this can be more interesting. So, my idea is during the rainy season, which would be the technical cooler season, the Osuki 3 speakers would move up to the northern settlement where it would be warmer. And during this rainy season, they could grow crops. Like huge fields of crops. So let's just... So what would high rainfall and low sunlight lead to? What are some countries that have monsoon seasons? Florida. Okay. Let's do Taiwan. Rice. We could do rice. I like that idea. The quality of rice is very high. Hold up. Let's do some Wikipedia research. It really just doesn't say anything about monsoon seasons and how that affects it. I would imagine that most of their cash crops would grow during the monsoon season. But so we can do rice. Tariff seems to be a good keyword here. Okay. Oh, we have a thing. Kharif crops, also known as monsoon crops or autumn crops. There we go. We have it. Are domesticated plants that are cultivated and harvested in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh during the Indian subcontinent's monsoon season, which lasts from June to November depending on the area. Monsoon rains may begin, that doesn't matter. I think we should have a few different kinds of crops. I think we should grow one seed plant, or we should have one seed plant for oils and stuff. I like the idea of growing at least one cereal. So rice, I'm gonna just straight up say rice. We could grow stuff like sesame seeds and plums. I'll just say plums. Or peaches. I just like peaches. They're really good. Majahadra. So here's the thing. I love the taste of peaches. Like fresh peaches are fantastic. But I also love the crunch of plums. Like you take a bite of a plum and it just snaps. Just so good. So I think I'll do PlumEaches. So we could say that it tastes like a peach, but it feels like a plum. So rice, PlumEaches, and sesame plants. Could we say that fruit trees grow during the dry season? So my first thought goes to like the baobab trees, if that's what they're called. Baobab. So the baobab tree, he a chunky boy. That's water in there. So that they just thick. And that's because they bloat themselves with water. So I could imagine that fruits could grow off of said baobab tree, or baobab-esque tree. We could say there's like a few different species. Perhaps an arid veggie or fruit is grown in the more rainy areas because they swell up like a watermelon. That is amazing. I like that. So we can say dry baobab and wet baobab, or rainy baobab. So maybe the rainy baobab hasn't quite worked its water retention, or it's lost its ability to retain as much water as it normally could. Apple melon. We'll just call this apple melon. It is less saturated by water. Because that's what I found. Like grapes. Generally, the less water they have, the more taste they have. At least to me. Then again, I also enjoy sour flavors. I don't know. I guess it just really depends on the fruit. But I'm able to confidently say that these dry baobab apple melons would be sweeter. On that note, I think that's a good place to wrap up for today. YouTube, if you didn't like these world building videos, don't worry. Next week we're gonna go into more conlanging. Haven't quite decided what yet, but if you enjoy the conlanging, feel free to come back. Alright. Have a good one, y'all.